episode for you.
That's right. That means we're at E3.
We are at E3. This is E3 2003, and we're going to talk about
Tron!
Not just Tron.
We're not talking about Tron?
Well, we'll talk about Tron.
Can we talk about Tron?
But there are other games we're going to talk about as well. On the Xbox,
yes.
PlayStation 2, PC,
GameCube,
Game Boy Advance, and the brand new N-Gage from Nokia. It's going to be a very busy show. You don't want to go anywhere.
You can fit that down your pants.
You can. E3 has begun. We've taken a look at the Xbox offerings, and I gotta ask you, pal, what did you like at Xbox?
Well, I think the big news this year with Microsoft and the Xbox is the fact that mostly everything now,
almost everything,
is Xbox Live. It's online, but the biggest thing is the whole XSN, which is the new Microsoft sports branding stuff, where not only you talk about Xbox Live, you talk about games being online, but what's different with this is that, yeah, it's not just two people playing each other, it's complete stat tracking.
It's awesome.
All live in real time as well. If you're playing Project Gotham Racing 2 and you just beat the new track record, every single person in the world will know that. And your records are kept for good, so that like anyone in the world can come on in 2 days from now and see what the new track record is.
Inside Drive is online.
They got basketball, they got football, they got hockey, they got baseballs online. Unbelievable.
There's a Dead or Alive fighting game that's online.
Dead or Alive Online, it's called.
Unbelievable.
And again, but the big news is that they completely keep all of your stats and they track everything. It's not just two people playing each other. It's unbelievable.
To me, the Xbox is summed up this year by online and beautiful graphics. Every game on the Xbox, it looks incredible.
One of the most incredible games I've seen so far is the new James Bond game, 007,
beautiful game.
Everything or Nothing.
They're finally just nailing the James Bond experience, aren't they?
I mean, it took them a little while, but I mean, I tell you, there's this one part where you're rappelling down the side of a building, but it's like top-down view, and there's window glass breaking and fire shooting out the windows as you're shooting down. It's unbelievable.
For me, Crimson Skies took the Xbox game of the show for me. I loved Crimson Skies before. I know I've talked about this game quite a bit. It's been at E3 a few times already, but now they're getting every single detail down.
I think people are going to freak out over True Crime Streets of LA.
Absolutely.
A game for the Xbox by Activision.
Well, now they can play that sort of Grand Theft Auto on their Xbox.
It's the Grand Theft Auto experience on the Xbox, but the fighting is a lot more detailed, the hand-to-hand combat.
It looks like a Jackie Chan movie or something.
Now wait a second, there's that other game that Microsoft made. It was like a first-person game. What was it called again?
Halo 2,
Oh
man.
yeah,
Halo 2.
I guess there's some people here interested in Halo 2 for some reason. I don't know why.
The only thing that bums me out about this one is we have to wait until 2004.
Don't forget Project Gotham Racing.
Oh my God.
Again, Xbox Live. It's all about Xbox Live this year. I gotta say that as far as the online stuff goes, in the console market, no one is touching Xbox. It is the one to get, the system to play if you want to get online and play games.
Absolutely. Another game that I was really impressed to see was THQ had this tactical squad-based game. It's called Full Spectrum Warrior.
Unbelievable.
It's a mix between a real-time strategy game and a Ghost Recon style game. I had an awesome time at the Xbox booth. It's all about software. It's all about games.
Xbox
Live. Great
Unbelievable.
graphics. Very impressed. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I loved the booth this year.
I'm giving the whole booth an 8.5.
Great showing from Xbox.
Totally.
All right, we're here now at the Sony booth, and for the PlayStation 2, it's almost like there's just too many games to talk about, isn't there, man?
Well, I mean, I think if Sony proved anything this year, they once again proved why they are the dominant force in the video game industry. I know a lot of the Nintendo fanboys don't want to hear it, but facts are facts. And this booth is by far the best booth here, once again, for me at E3.
I'm really impressed by all of the progressive scan video games I'm seeing here, all the bump mapping, the visual effects are incredible on the PlayStation 2 still, and the developers are obviously finding a lot of interesting ways to make their games look photorealistic.
There's so many high quality and fun to play games here. It's unbelievable. Let's run through a couple of the titles.
All right, well, the game at the Sony booth for me is Jak 2. This is a sequel to Jak and Daxter.
All this stuff here in Jak 2 is your favorite.
I love the first Jak and Daxter game, and I really can't wait to see what Naughty Dog has up their sleeve with Jak 2. Looks fantastic. It's a little bit darker. Jak's a little bit meaner. Cool weapons, cool characters.
I gotta talk about Medal of Honor Rising Sun.
That's beautiful as well.
This is a PlayStation 2 game that is gonna absolutely push all the limits.
Awesome online play in Gran Turismo 4 now. Incredible stuff.
Speaking of online play, Final Fantasy 11.
With the hard disk drive for Final Fantasy 11 as well. They're finally going to release that.
I'm talking Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
That is one of the best looking PlayStation 2 games I've ever seen.
Can you believe this?
I can't, I mean, we're talking movie quality visuals.
And 2 players simultaneous.
Awesome. I was
Rise to Honor.
Yeah, Jet Li's game.
This game came out of nowhere. Jet Li starring in the game. You can run up walls and shoot guys.
You use the right analog stick to do a lot of the combat maneuvers and stuff. There's multi-character fighting.
All of the EA Sports stuff.
Yes.
Looks incredible.
And online. They've got the whole EA Sports sort of online connection. You've got live chat now, so you can actually talk to each other while you're playing the games. They also have all kinds of tracking. They're going to be doing tournaments.
Don't forget 007, Everything or Nothing, or Nothing for Everything, or Something for Nothing.
You don't get anything for nothing.
I don't know what it's called, but it's one of those, and it looks amazing.
The new James Bond game.
You're rappelling down the sides of walls, shooting people.
The Hulk is on PlayStation 2, looking pretty cool.
He's green.
He's green and mean and busting everything.
Prince of Persia is back.
I don't know where.
The very first game I ever worked on was Prince of Persia, and here it is, 15 years later.
It was developed by Ubisoft Montreal, same group of people that put Splinter Cell out. Very apparent that they're using a lot of the same technologies, a lot of the same skills.
Now you love Jak too, but what about Ratchet and Clank?
I'm looking forward to that one too.
Going Commando or Commando Underpants or something.
Going Commando, yes. I loved the first game, although I thought it was a little less organic. I thought it was a little bit too by the numbers.
Got more RPG elements this time around.
Yes, this time you're going to have a little bit more fun beefing up your character.
We got a new Siphon Filter game, which looks unbelievable.
New Maximo. Now
Maximo.
You've got sort of counters and all kinds of really cool combo points coming up when you're hitting on the enemies.
It's a lot darker this time around, a lot more cinematic feel, and not as hard as the first game, thank God.
We have a new Batman game coming out this year. We are keeping our fingers crossed that Batman, please don't let us down. Come back, come back. I know that Jim Lee did the final boss art. I'm really looking forward to that one. And it's Ubisoft. They've been doing really well.
Keep our fingers crossed.
Please, please, don't let me down, Ubisoft.
Hey, I bet you're psyched for Real Fishing 3.
Oh yeah, I've got 4 copies reserved. I can't wait for that game.
He hates fishing games. I love fishing games.
When are they going to make a sleeping simulator? That's what I want to know.
Fishing games are fun.
No, you know what I want? I want to play is that downhill domination, mountain bikes.
Mountain
biking and kicking people off.
Hey, don't kick me.
Sorry, man.
It looks so much fun.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool.
Wait, Tomb Raider, Army of Darkness, showing here.
I don't know.
On the floor.
I don't know.
It's playable. It's Lara
It's got control problems.
She's got big breasts.
It's got control problems.
It's got big breasts.
It's got control problems.
Splashdown, a new Splashdown game. Metal Gear Solid 3.
Very good looking game.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
They're showing video. We can't play it yet. Speaking of 3, Silent Hill 3.
Oh my God.
How about Castlevania?
Yes.
Looks unbelievable.
Yes.
Could be the Devil May Cry killer.
It sure looks like Devil May Cry. It's the only thing that's sort of holding me back from being too psyched about that game. I know it's going to be fun.
Spider-Man 2.
Oh man, there you go.
Spider-Man 2 looks amazing from Activision. Lots of cool things.
And Tony Hawk Underground.
How about Soul Calibur 2?
Soul Calibur 2 with Hayachi as a playable.
Kill Switch.
Right.
Remember Kill Switch and Namco? You do all this behind the walls.
There are sure a ton of those sort of Dead to Rights style action-based third-person character games.
Really went crazy.
I was very happy to see SOCOM 2. They're going broadband only on this one.
That's right.
And you can call in airstrikes in this game. Chat stuff's going to be better in this one too.
But when One of the biggest announcements that Sony has done this time around for this E3 is they've announced their Sony Portable.
That's amazing.
Finally,
amazing.
A portable. It's going to run on mini DVD type things. We haven't seen it at the show. We haven't had a chance to play it. It's coming out next year in 2004.
It's going to be an interesting year with Nintendo and Sony in the portable market out there, and Nokia in the N-Gage.
What are you scoring this booth?
I'm giving this booth, and I'm giving Sony's overall sort of appearance and presentation at E3, 9 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 9.5.
Well, that's it for PlayStation 2. When we come back, we're going to talk about GameCube and Game Boy Advance. Stick around.